We're going to replace our crispy broken seatbelt guides and covers. Austin's got a full set, both for the outers and then the inners, which have broken off many years ago. Let's see what you got. Oh yeah, those look like exactly the same color. Smoke gray. Yeah, for a long time you couldn't get the exact gray. There was always some other weird gray.
It was probably the gray from the, what was it, 90 to 93?
Yeah.
A different gray.
Yeah, get one of those out of the package. We'll just kind of hold it up to the rest of the plastic. Keeping in mind the plastic and the rest of the car's aged a little bit, right? So you're going to have some color changes, but I think those are going to be like, that's a dead match. Oh yeah. That's the right color.
These have been broken so long, and all of mine are disformed.
Oh yeah.
I don't know which one's which.
That old propylene, I think, is what those are made out of. They go away with time. Even if they're out of the light, if they just get hot all the time, they tend to dry out. All right, so we'll get those changed out, and that'll kind of renew the interior. You got some other cool thing you put on too. What's this thing you put on here for on the headrest?
It's this little pillow.
Yeah, you see, it's the same color as the interior. And I guess the new thing that all the kids like to do is they like to have the seats raked real back, far back. So if you're going to rake it that far back, you need a little extra headrest. I guess that's the idea.
Well, I also got to keep my seat far back because the steering wheel sticks out far.
Yeah, that steering wheel hub is too deep. We need to get a shallower one or get a flatter wheel. And then you can see where I was sitting in the passenger seat, it's almost upright because of my back. Anyway, we'll get this done and we'll show what it looks like after we're done with it. Alright, so Austin's already got one of them installed. We had a little bit of a time figuring out where they go since like they're basically disintegrated away, so we didn't really have a reference, but we kind of figured out the short one with the notch in it for the seatbelt web. We knew the short ones would go here like that. And this is what we're working with on this one. There's like there's no seatbelt guide left. They're just gone. But that's where the big ones go. That's the one for the rear. And I guess there is no left and right, you just turn them around. Cool. We ran into a slight snag. We're trying to get this sleeve on the driver's side belt, the one on the tunnel side, the buckle. So we're going to try to pull it through because it didn't want to push. There we go.
I feel like the string is going to break.
It might. Okay, and just get that lined up there. Make sure you don't catch the edge of the belt on that plastic.
What about this wire?
I think that's
Does it just go in there? Will it?
wait a minute. I don't remember that part. That's what the hole down there is for. Somehow feeding that thing through. Oh, do we actually have to disconnect something?
Probably.
Ah, that's the problem. We're gonna have to, now that you get that wire disconnected, you're gonna have to feed the wire through first. So that's why they had that little square cutout in them. So, you know, again, we're working, we don't have a lot to work with. We didn't look at instructions or anything, and you know, the rest of the plastic was disintegrated. So hopefully that'll just go through without giving him a bad time. Can you squeeze it a little bit, make it larger? See if we can get this to pucker. Does it pucker? How about if I push down on this?
That makes it harder.
It does? Okay. Moses. Okay, sure. Good grief. Wow, that made you work for it. Okay. Now you can stuff it and then hopefully pull it through with the string. Sure. That's a chore.
Ooh, this is going to be really hard now.
Yes, it is. I think it's going to go. That's awful.
It's Ford. What do you expect? This hurts.
Sure. There you go. There you go. Nice. Looks factory.
How are we gonna get the string out now?
Well, you want me to think of everything?
We're just gonna cut it.
You're
You're gonna have to.
I'm fine with that. I'll get you a little X-Acto knife or something. Yeah, we can sacrifice the string. No biggie. You know what that was? That was that string that came with one of those budge car covers. I upgraded to a better tie down. Sure. That looks right. You bottomed out here. That's as far as it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yep. It's good. Nice install. Little problem solving. That worked out good. Sure. Yep. Super sharp. There we go. Nice. That worked out good. It's going to be like a new car by the time we're done with it. Hey, just showing y'all, we got like almost no clearance on the passenger seat and the fastener for the passenger side belt against the hump. So what we did is we took our T50 Torx bit and we put a 6-pointed 5/16 wrench on it, and then we used an 11/16 wrapped around it for leverage. And now Austin's got that loose so he can work that out. Tight quarters there. I tell you what, that's the first time these belts have ever been out. I tell you, those things, just like when we did the 79 Camaro, was it last year we did that, I think? It took guerrilla force to get them out because they used guerrilla force to put them in. Yeah, it's funny, you're really putting those bolts in for shear strength for seat belts. I don't know why they put them in like you're trying to bolt a cylinder head down or something. It's ridiculous. But, and I know probably with time too, maybe, you know, because they go through the tunnel. I'm sure they're exposed to weather on the other side, road grime, whatever. But it just seems like those were just unbelievably tight. Oh yeah, look at that. You get all of those in. That looks nice. Now those things stand up like they're supposed to again. Real nice. So obviously the little trick with the socket worked out. I'll tell you what, it is really tight on there. Unbelievable. So cool. 2 floor mats. All right, this thing's got a new lease on life. It's the only thing we have to do next is fix the air conditioner.